98.5, the Sports Hub. This hour, the Sports Hub is brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more with FanDuel. And FanDuel, you just got your money's worth, baby. Because we are on Twitch, and none of us are looking at it, so you can go and be as disgusting as you want. Because we don't care. We ain't looking at it. So here's the deal. There are heroes in this world. And they're heroes who take a situation that would crush others and flip it around and turn it into like a phoenix rising from the asses, as John at one point was. Can you imagine that, John, if you were a phoenix rising from just a big pile of big asses?
Well, that does have its appeal.
I mean, imagine that. All very overweight women everywhere. Are you transcribing this, different sites? This is for you. But the show was in November, as you know, and before that, behind the scenes, was informed that Rich Schertenlieb had decided that he was not coming back, and then or whatever happened, whatever I'm supposed to phrase it, whatever happened, Rich and the station didn't come to terms, and that was gone. And so that I told you. Remember when I told everyone that Rich wasn't coming back?
Yes, I do remember.
I got a lot of praise from that.
I was here for that. Yes.
Even Jay Gassner from Creative Artists Agency said I did a great job. You can tell the guys who I'm about to announce is getting pretty excited. This is the future. This is how the future lays out. From you sit back. Already. You sit back. Okay. I got to take this to 13. There's not much to say, and it's not much of a surprise. So you get used to sitting back and letting Daddy drive the car. So I did that, and that was miraculous. Now I won't be sarcastic anymore. So then, as you know, over the last since well before Thanksgiving, there's been different guest hosts coming in and different people coming in and out, and I want to thank them all. I want to thank Ryan Johnston, who I think is a great talent, and by the end of the year, he'll have done 100 shows.
Wow.
Which shows you how together this whole operation is, this morning show. It just shows you how we're all so healthy mentally and physically that we were able to have a guy who filled in 100 times, and he wasn't the only fill-in. So if you think about it, there was probably 150 fill-ins at one time. Now, John has the excuse of going and actually furthering his career by doing Celtics games. But for Rich and I, it's really us just being idiots. Well, mine was a health thing, but don't let that step in the way of your story.
You didn't get paid for that, right?
John, I didn't get paid. No, for 5 weeks.
I've heard that. It was idiotic.
Me?
Well, you just said it was idiotic. I'm like agreeing with you.
Yeah, I know, but it was a mental. It was a mental. I said mental. Oh. It was a medical situation. Mm-hmm. You don't believe my throat was medical?
Oh no, everything. Yes, we had a wonderful year. I'm looking back on 2023 with such gratitude.
I don't know if you're coming at me now because you know you want to.
You said there's 150 days that we had fill-ins. I know. I was here for every one of them.
I think someone's saying they're The Rock.
Yeah,
I think so. That's a big way.
Foundational piece of the program, right there.
A foundational piece of the program. Well, Dan's still here.
Thank you.
Mike Lockhart is still here. We have Nick Ciamelli. And really, I don't know if this is bittersweet for a lot of you because so many of you complain about him constantly, but John Wallach is still here. His job was never in jeopardy. He was going to leave.
He's entrenched.
He's entrenched, as Chad Finn put it. Chad Finn, who's been covering this like a hawk. But been fair. Nothing he said has been unfair. There's rats in this building. I think Hardy might employ one of them. So anyway, these people have been coming in.
Do I need to be here?
I'll get to you.
Okay. Jesus.
This isn't an award show. I've done this.
It feels like you're giving yourself an award. But
I've done this
continue.
before. This is all going to be transcribed, and the Twitch feed of this is going to be used all around the internet. I know what I'm doing.
Only 6 more minutes, Hardy. You're good.
5. So I want to thank Ryan Johnston, as I did before. He did a great job. I want to thank Kendra Middleton. Kendra Middleton, who I didn't even know 4 months ago, and now I think is one of the most talented people in radio. I think that Kendra, as I said, is going to be a huge star, and I think it's going to happen soon. So someone better scoop her up. And until that happens, and I don't know what Kendra's future is, but Kendra, I can tell you, is going to be a big part of whatever happens going forward outside of this whole betting thing that she's doing right now. We'll get her involved in other stuff. I want to thank Joe Murray and Danny Roach, who for right when Danny Roach found out something was going on, Danny Roach was going boom, 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 boom. I want to thank Gary Tangway for never getting it together to come on and host.
He had paperwork to fill out.
The Tangway experience was fantastic.
Yeah. I'm going to text you a bunch of times, but never follow through.
He texted me first to get your number. Then he texted you and didn't follow through.
Yeah. And then later I'm going to go, I did the paperwork, but who knows if he did or not. Am I missing anyone? Because it's important. If I miss anyone, I got to say the name before I get to the big announcement. Also, this is we got to keep people for a quarter hour per anonymous guy. So you see, the longer you stretch this, the more we get.
I have stuff. I can help you fill.
Okay, I'll get to you in a second. I won't interrupt you. Don't worry.
Oh.
My phone's blowing up. People are like, "You're doing such a good job." I wonder if Jim Norton's reached out. All right. Well, if I haven't missed anyone, let me tell you this. As soon as I found out that there might be a problem with Rich, for whatever reason, when I found out things weren't going great in that direction, and I had a feeling, and, it wasn't the greatest this year, I had one, to be honest with you, I had one name in mind. And I brought it up when I first heard that there was any issue and that Rich might come back. I said to my agent, why don't you tell management if something happens and you and Rich decide to not work together anymore, I would like this gentleman to be the person. Now, why? Because I've known him for almost as long as I've known Rich. I consider him a good friend. He's someone that I talk to who makes me laugh in my personal life. He's extremely talented with production, and he's been, quite frankly, underutilized here at this radio station. Not in terms of his jobs. He's like one of these guys that has 17 maintenance jobs. He just works all over the place, but hopefully that can stop. So I will make this announcement, and then I will turn the mic over to him, as I selfishly do often, and let someone else speak. Starting on January 4th, there will be a new member of this show, and that person's name is Rob Hardy Poole, who has signed a contract, and it is official. Rob Hardy Poole, your thoughts?
Ta-da! That's right. The cat is finally out of the bag. Credit to everybody who kept this thing under such tight wraps.
Your agent is a big blabbermouth.
Well, I tell you what, the only people I told just to get me off the hook were my wife, my agent, Zolak, Bertrand, Jamelli. I told, everybody at the Patriots, and then I told everybody at Rock 92.9 and Sirius XM, and then a couple other friends of mine. But that's it. I didn't tell anybody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, didn't come from me. That's number one. Fred, thank you very much. That was nice. I'm serious. You're not. I mean, to hear you be actually not just eloquent, which you are, of course, on a regular basis, but heartfelt, and dare I say, a tad bit sentimental. But I also know what a big opportunity this is. So to you and to Dan O'Brien and to Wallach and Mike Lockhart and Nick Gemelli and everybody who works on this show, thank you. Thank you for welcoming me. And I know there were a lot of, Fred, there were a lot of people who wanted this job.
No.
A lot of people wanted this job. It reminded me of one of the times when I was just here filling in, doing like a fill-in slot. And we did something, one of those, do we have that, Dan, actually? One of those people who actually thought about maybe taking this slot?
Hi, Fred. I first worked with you 3 years ago on your show. I've done multiple times that I've done audio for you in the back, and you know me and you see me all the time. Who am I?
It was a whole thing we did where you had to name the people who actually worked here at the radio station. Do you remember that, Fred?
Yeah, I know him now. He's the guy who violently hates me. He went from not knowing him to knowing he hates me.
But that was just one thing. I mean, I was told throughout this whole process, you're not proven. You know, you're an unproven commodity or entity. And I said, how dare you? I said, not proven? What about the Rock and Roll Mike song that I produced that one time when I was filling in? You remember that? Dan, you got that? The Rock... I mean, this was first on the demo reel.
I'm going to run for president in 2020. This cold weather is a drag. Hot balls. Oh, yeah. Come on. Hot balls. Hey. I don't remember.
That's right, Rock and Roll Mike and his album Hot Balls, which we debuted, and we unveiled that news here when I was filling in on the morning show one time.
Yeah, you made it for a Latino audience. You have some crossover,
Broad spectrum of.
It's not just. How dare you? How dare you? It wasn't just for people in warmer climates. We did bits specifically for colder climate people. Do you remember the shovel?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I do remember. Remember that.
Jamelli's all-time favorite fill-in host bit brought to the table. It's a very small sample.
He was so proud of his shovel. That was an organic bit about shoveling.
I still have that shovel, and I love talking to people about what they're shoveling with. So, Fred, I think suffice it to say, there's a lot more shoveling bits where that one came from. Don't you worry. And if all goes well, come January 4th, there'll be some snow on the ground, and we'll be talking about shovels, and we'll be talking about other stuff. But in all honesty, I'm humbled. I'm very, very grateful, and thank you to everybody, starting with you, Fred, but everyone here at 98.5, the Sports Hub. And Rick and Mary and Cadillac and everybody who believe that this would work. And I think it'll work, and I think it'll be great. So thank you very much.
Well, I know it's going to work. It's going to be, it's certainly, I mean, it was a great 17-year run before, but now we're starting something new ideas, new things coming in, a new attitude. It will be fantastic. It's certainly been exciting for me. I've enjoyed the whole having different people come in, but we all know that we needed someone to be in and to be a permanent part of the show. This is what I wanted. I'm very happy that management got it done. It was relatively painless, and they were behind you as well. And I'm very excited. I do think it's going to be a big success, and I appreciate it. Now, I take it Zolak's taking this very well and rooting for you and knowing that that this is a big opportunity for you.
Yeah, he actually is.
Okay. Because he said we were vinegar and vinegar, and I've read that in several publications.
I didn't think anything of that. Other people had rubbed them the wrong way, saying that we were both like bad vinegar and vinegar.
No, I think it's just we're both caustic.
Oh, well, that's true.
Yeah, but who's to say you can't have caustic?
And
exactly. I mean, please.
I think maybe I have a little bit rosier outlook on life than you.
I don't know.
I mean, we did
I've
do
accepted
that.
the Lord.
There was that one.
Please make it be the bit I'm thinking of.
There was that other bit, Dan, the one that isn't quite so funny now as it was a few years ago.
The life expectancy of Fred Toucher has been estimated at 50 years. What will be his ultimate cause of death? It's time to play.
That is funny.
I remember one of the calls into that one. The guy said you were going to die slowly with sucking on ice chips. That was rough.
And I didn't get it at the time, and now I'm like, yeah. That means I wouldn't be able to swallow anything.
Right,
so it would
right,
be like
exactly.
I would have had some horrible thing happen to my throat.
Right.
This was a bit hard. He came up with that. People called it, said I'd die. Yeah. and they weren't joking around.
No,
it wasn't like you're gonna die like having sex with a bunch of chicks. It was like you're probably gonna have like a throat.
Yeah.
And then ultimately I had something with my throat.
See?
And so
See?
maybe there's still a chance. Fingers crossed. I turned 49 in January. There's a chance I'll be out of here by 50.
Said you were going to be done by 50. You got about a year and 2 months.
Let's not go crazy. I got a little under 2 months. So,
because you're in your 50th year.
Yeah. No. I'm in my 48th year, so I have a year and less than a month.
Okay.
January 16th, dude. My birthday is January 16th.
Just in time to remind everyone again.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
When is it?
It's January 16th.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm a Capricorn. All right. Well, Hardy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You got to get down to.
I got to go to Gillette.
You got to go to Gillette.
We're
Good
live
to
at
see
Gillette
you
today.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you, everybody. Seriously. Thank you.
And our gain is the loss of the rock station.
We don't know that.
I'll
be on today.
Well, I would hope
4 to 7, Rock 92.9.
I'd hope that you're taping that for the last time.
2 hours commercial free, baby. Adam 12 gets it going just before 4 o'clock, and I'll keep it on rolling. I'll keep it rolling. You know, for that Tuesday afternoon traffic, it's no picnic clock, Hart.
Sure is.
Come
Good
on.
luck getting to Gillette today.
Hey.
You know why Adam doesn't do the afternoons is because that's when all the free spaghetti gets served at the church. And then now Christmas time, I mean, he's got to get socks somewhere. All right. Very good. Oh, he's one of my. I tell him I love him every time I talk to him on the phone. All right, Rob Hardy Poole. Thank you so much. So the new show debuts January 4th.
Thanks, Fred.
And he's got a big long-term contract. So say whatever you will. They got to pay us no matter what we do.
That's the attitude.
That is the attitude I'm going in with, baby.